Everyone has a father, but it doesn't mean the experience is the same. For whatever reason, the parents split, whether it's immaturity, whether it's through infidelity, whether it's different path, it happened. I mean, even famous celebrities like James Bond, Pierce Brosnan, his dad left when he was 4. You also have Demi Lovato. Her dad pretty much left when she was pretty young because of his drug and alcohol abuse. You also have Steve Jobs, who met his father just a few times. You also have Samuel L. Jackson, who met his father only twice in his entire life. Now, these stories aren't new, they're pretty common, but how you use experience is what matters in the end. And I'm going to use Shaquille O'Neal. His story is pretty good because it kind of relates to my father and how I've approached it.
So my mother calls me, says you need to meet your biological. I'm like, well, I'm good. I'm 47, I got 6 kids, Mom. It's all good.
Here's the first thing. Shaq's mom showed she wasn't vindictive. She was mature. She realized that irrespective of what happened between his dad and her, it has something to do with the child. She made a new life with another man, but it doesn't mean that the child should have a bad picture of their father. So I like this step because some women won't be so nice about it. Some are quite harsh, quite vindictive. But again, mothers, it's important that you keep your children's mind in a very realistic but a good state as it relates to their dad.
So it's like, okay, I meet him. And then the crazy thing is, in Newark, New Jersey, there's this restaurant that I always go to, a soul food restaurant. And there was a guy in there, a chef. He always used to look at me and just start crying. And he was my father's best friend.
Really?
And my biological father lived upstairs. So one day we go to the restaurant, we have a good conversation, and it ain't about what happened, because I've learned you can't judge a man. I don't judge, you know.
What I like with Shaq's word statement is that he says, don't judge. And that's very important as you realize, as human beings, we're bound to do, say, and think the wrong things at least 50% of the time. We're just fallible like that, folks. So don't be an hypocrite and think that, hey, I wouldn't be able to do that, and pointing fingers. Be understanding that you're also a human being. You can do the same foolishness.
He had some problems when he was young. I don't judge him. I don't fault him. You know, my thing now is just that as long as we're both here, we just get to know each other. I don't ask him what happened. I know what happened, but I don't ask him. We don't talk about it. And I don't, hey, man, how come you? I'm not the judge and the jury. My job is to just love him as much as I can now.
Do you talk to him occasionally?
Probably once every other week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's sort of like me. He don't like to bother people. Just, you know, he'll call me, hey, what's up, man? What's happening? What you doing?
So you get along when he's there? You talk about stuff?
No, we don't talk about anything. Just eat, have a good time.
The next thing I like is he said that he doesn't hold a grudge, which is good because it's the beginning of the healing process. It shows a sense of maturity to not let anger, these abuse or trauma drag his life down and not become a better person and do right. And I think if people really was to approach it in the same manner, sometimes you will see a better outlook. You will get that blessing that is so far escaping you. So follow Shaq's opinion. Follow his move. Remove the anger, the grudges, and be a better person.
Eat, have a good time.
Has he met your children?
He met my oldest daughter.
But she was glad to meet him?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good to, the history.
Yes.
You know, you got your roots. You see your history, whether she's active with him or not, at least she knows that piece of the puzzle, right?
Yeah.
I think the fourth thing is that I realized he chose to break the cycle. You know, like at the beginning, he said, Mom, I have 6 kids. He chose to show that, hey, I'm not going to do what my dad did. I'm going to break that cycle and become a better parent as best as I can. So I think, like myself, I've chosen to do the same. Break that cycle and be my child's life, irrespective of whether the mother and father, both of us, are on agreeable terms. You know, like Shaq, my dad left when I was a young age, probably around 2. It's not until around 30 something my mom said, hey, do you want to know your dad? And I said, yeah. So she got in contact with his aunt that he was close with, and from there got in contact with a phone number. And since then, I've had some regular contact with him. Have I met him? Not as yet. But I hope that day, when it comes, it will be a wonderful day where I can just fulfill that feeling that most abandoned children want to fulfill, some connection with their biological dad. Yes, I have a stepdad. I'm happy that he's in my life. Yes, my mom did very well by me. She's an awesome person. Now, I'm not given the single mom kind of idea tune here, but she did what she had to do, and that I'm proud of. So guys, what do you think? You think this was helpful? Like, subscribe. Until then, bless.